Hello, everybody, and welcome. This is Cassandra. Today, we're going to explore some shoulder opening postures. So let's just go ahead and begin in a comfortable seat, either on your bed or on a mat. Let's just take a few breaths, not controlling the breathing, just tuning into what the breath is doing naturally. Breathing in and out of the nose. Giving your energy a moment to settle, grounding into the earth. One more breath here. And let's move into a child's pose. So come onto hands and knees. Big toes come to touch, knees are wide. Go ahead and sit your hips back towards your heels, reaching your hands forward. So we're just going to begin opening the shoulders slowly and progressively getting a bit deeper. You can find some movement left to right here. Really stretching through your arms. So kind of slowly walking your fingers a bit more forward, sitting the hips back, and just feeling the hollowing out sensation in your underarm. Breathing slowly. And just really feeling the breath come into the belly, making it big like a balloon. On your next inhale, we're going to walk both of our hands over to the right side. So feeling a stretch in the left side body. Your left hand is just going to crawl forward, pulling. And then see if you can look under the window, under your left arm. Just slow breathing here. So stretching the left shoulder, left side body. You can drop the head down if that feels good. On your next inhale, we're just going to walk it back to center and then over to the left. So really reaching through the right fingers, pulling, finding length in the right side body, dropping the head or looking under the right arm, and feeling for a stretch in the right shoulder. Long, slow breaths. One more big deep breath. Continue stretching and reaching. And then on your next exhale, come back to center. Reach your fingers forward one more time in a big, deep child's pose. See if you can get a little deeper here. Wiggle the hip. And then inhale, come on up to a tabletop position. Spread your fingers wide. Hands are under the shoulders, knees are under the hips. Go ahead and tuck your toes under here. All right, so bring your knees a bit wider than hip. You're going to plant your left hand down, reach your right hand over to the side and up towards the ceiling. So you can go ahead and circle your wrist up here. You can look up to your right thumb, or if that hurts your neck, you can just look to the side or down. And then we're going to thread the needle. So the right hand is going to come all the way down between the left knee and the left hand. And you're either going to rest your right shoulder down if that feels okay. You can rest your right ear down, or you're just going to stay up a bit if this is too intense for your shoulder. Okay, so you're kind of using your left hand to push here, opening up through the side body. If you want to go deeper in the shoulder here, you're going to take the left hand either to the lower back, or you're going to kind of reach it around and through to the inside of the right thigh. Long, steady breaths here, in through the nose and out through the nose. So if at any point this is just too intense for the shoulder, bring the left hand back, readjust a bit, and see if you can just reposition your body a little. Relaxing the muscles of the face. If you have a bind or your hand is at your lower back, go ahead and let it go. Left hand to the earth. Press yourself up. Right hand comes all the way back up to the sky one more time. Circle the wrist. And then exhale that hand down, back to tabletop. All right, let's take a couple of cat-cows here. Inhale, dip the belly, reach the head and the hips up. And then exhale, pulling the navel up towards the spine, towards the ceiling, tucking the pelvis and the chin. Just a few more at your own pace. Inhaling for cow. And then exhaling for cat. Stick with this or just take any variation. Maybe some barrel rolls. Or just bumping your hips left to right. Let's take one more cycle of breath here. Inhaling and exhaling. All right, come to a flat back. We're going to switch sides. Plant the right hand firmly. Spread the fingertips wide. Grip in your fingertips. And then you're going to reach your left hand up to the sky. Go ahead and rotate that left wrist. Maybe hearing some cracking and popping. And then we are going to thread the needle. So go ahead and take your left hand between the right wrist, the right knee, and then just see what feels good on this side. I like to press into my right hand pretty deeply here so I can feel a bit of an opening in my lower right side, my lower back. Maybe rest your face down, maybe reach your right hand up, take it to your lower back, or go ahead and take a bind. So the right hand reaches around and grabs the inner left thigh. Long, slow breaths here. See if you can begin lengthening the breath, signaling your heart to just slow down. One more breath here. All right, on your exhale, go ahead and unwind if you have a bind. Take your right hand to the floor. Go ahead and press all the way up. Left hand comes back up to the sky. Circle the wrist. And then exhale, let it down. All right, come to sit back on your heels. You can either tuck your toes under if you want to open the backs of your feet. Grab those pinky toes, bring them forward, or just sit back on your heels. If that is totally uncomfortable, just take any comfortable seat. So knees can be narrow or wide. Go ahead and take your arms up. So your hands are going to interlace behind your head. So open your chest wide, wide, wide. Open those elbows, maybe feeling a stretch in the biceps, plural. Okay, so from here, this is our inhale, and then we're going to exhale. It's like we're doing cat-cows in this position. So exhale, round your spine, reach your hands forward. So your hands come all the way forward in front of you, straight arms parallel to the earth. And then you're going to open them up, bend the elbows, reach back. Hands come behind the head. Inhale. And then exhale again, straighten the arms, reach them forward, round your spine, belly button, all the way back to the spine. Inhale, open it up. It's a wave motion. And then exhale, come forward. So just take a few more like these. Inhaling. Exhaling deeply. Slow the movement down, strengthening the shoulders. Inhale. And exhale. All right, come back to hands and knees. And I want you to point your toes and kind of hit the tops of your feet on your mat. So just kind of releasing that stretch in the backs of the feet and the shins. All right, so plant the left hand. Okay, left knee is going to stay where it is, but you're opening up to the left. So your left foot is going to come off your mat or just to the side of your bed. Plant the right foot. We're coming into a supported side lunge, a supported side plank. So think about a side plank, but your left knee is down supporting you. And we're going to take a wave back to gate pose. So your right hand is just going to wave in front of your left hand, in front of your left knee, all the way back to your right shin. Left arm comes up to the sky. So stretching the left side body here in gate pose. And then we're going to wave it back to the front. So left hand comes down towards the right hand, and then past the left knee, back into your supported side plank. Right hand comes up. Stretch, open your chest up to the sky. Reach, 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 open. And then exhale, it's a wave back into your gate pose. Right leg is straight. Inhale. Open the chest here too, up towards the sky. Exhale, wave it back, supported side plank. Open the chest up to the sky, almost like a wild thing here. All right, back to your gate pose. Last one, reach. Open the chest up, rotate at the waist. And then exhale takes you forward, supported side plank. All right, open that chest. Come on back to your hands and knees. Switch sides. Okay, so right knee is our little supporting leg here. Right fingers are spread wide. Let's go ahead and send that left leg to the back, nice and long. And we are going to reach up through our left hand. Open the chest up to the sky, little back bend. Then exhale, wave it back to gate pose. Left hand rests on the left shin. Inhale, reach it up, twist open. Nice rotation here. And then exhale, wave it back to your supported side plank. Okay, you've got the motion here. So I'm going to be quiet and let you kind of move fluidly. Inhaling when you get to your pose, reaching and opening, and then exhaling as you're moving from posture to posture here. All right, last one. See if you can find some fluidity in the movement. Let's meet in supported side plank. Reach up through the heart. Beautiful back bend. And then come on down to tabletop position again. All right, we're going to sit back on the heels again. So either tuck the toes or don't, whatever feels best to you. Interlace your hands behind your lower back. Sit up nice and tall. Open the chest, big back bend, straighten the arms. And then we are going to bend forward. Okay, so you can either stay here, just reaching the arms up towards the sky. If you want to, you're going to place the crown of your head onto the earth in front of you or the bed, and you're going to begin lifting your hips up. This is rabbit pose. So just begin lifting your hips up towards the sky, not dumping any weight on the crown of your head. So using the muscles of your body to support yourself. One more inhale here. And then go ahead and come back to seated. We're going to switch the interlace of our fingers behind our back. And then we're going to take it one more time. So if that doesn't feel good for you, you're just going to stay seated upright. And then you are going to open your chest and then try to reach your hands up a bit higher behind your back, opening your shoulders. If you want to bend forward, tuck your chin, place the top of your head on the earth or the bed, and then slowly lift your hips, keeping the weight in your body, not your head. Interesting posture here. Continue reaching your arms straight and up, opening the shoulders. When you're ready, go ahead and exhale and come all the way down. Release the hands. Let them rest on your thighs. All right. Let's go ahead and shift our weight forward into our hands. Cross our ankles. Sit back on your tush. Legs come long in front of you. So it is your choice. You can either open your legs nice and wide for a seated forward fold, or you can keep your feet together, or maybe even do both. So I'm going to open my legs nice and wide. My hands go behind my tush, so I can kind of get a little bit wider here. Hands come in front of me, so my spine is nice and long to begin with. And then just start walking your hands forward. So you can either stay with a nice straight spine, or if you want to, go ahead and curve, come all the way down, maybe resting on your elbows, your belly. Allow the head to rest down, maybe making a pillow with your hands. So it doesn't really matter how deep you go here. You just want to find a stretch that feels good and releasing. So you might want to keep your feet flexed and keep a micro bend in your knees. That's going to protect the knees. Just continue to have the breath nice and smooth and long. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Just allowing your nervous system to rest and digest here. So you can have a very peaceful nap or sleep. When you're ready, on your next exhale, just go ahead and come up. If your legs are wide, go ahead and use your hands to help pull them in. And let's go ahead and find our way all the way down onto our back. Go ahead and take the feet nice and wide. Allow the tops of the feet to flop open, maybe wiggle around in the hips and the legs a little bit. Open the arms nice and wide. Take up as much space as you can. Palms are facing up. Just take a few slow, deep breaths here. Notice any sensations in the body. And then come back to the sound of the breath. Thank you for practicing with me. I hope you have a lovely rest.